Hi, this is a video edition of DC Comics According to Me. It's a review, and I think it's a good time to do a review for something that I've waited for a long time for. So what I'm talking about is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, many of us, myself included, thought the first Justice League movie was lacking in a lot of areas. That it didn't seem to, the people that did it didn't seem to understand the content. Because Justice League is not Avengers. Let's make no mistake about that. Justice League is a different component. It's a family. It's people that work together. So this movie was really the movie we needed, and it's good that we had all the groundswell of fan support. So as a comic book reader, and I've been reading since the 1960s, it's the kind of Justice League movie that I wanted to see, because it combines a lot of the years and years and years from Gardner Fox all the way to now even Brian Michael Bendis. It has a mythos of a lot of great creators that created some really great stories over the years. So that being said, I think I want to give an overall review. So one, kudos to Zack. Zack did a good job. Zack pulled it together, and the format that they did it in made it more easier to watch. That there's intentional breaks in it, which I think is a good idea for a movie. Also, the actors. Ben Affleck did a good job the first time around and expanded upon his performance, which I still think is very good. Unlike other reviewers, I don't think the Bruce Wayne part of it is the only thing. I think even the Batman part of him is still pretty good. And of course, the characters, Ray Fisher. I have to point out that he did a really fantastic job. I'm glad that his story, a Cyborg story, is expanded upon, because I felt that there was a lot lacking, and Cyborg is one of my favorite characters. Flash as well, and all the other things, components to the story, make it a really good watch for 4 hours. Now, some people will scoff and say, a 4-hour movie, well, this tells a story that you could divide up into different parts, because the movie's divided into parts. So you don't have to watch it all at once. You could break it up. I could have done that myself today. Break the movie up so that you're only watching the parts you want to watch. So from that respect, I think it's good. I'm glad that there's some additions that I'm not going to talk about because it'd be a spoiler that make this movie even better. Well, I can say it because they've talked about it. Martian Manhunter. I'm only disappointed that there's no Green Lantern in here other than what was in the original movie. But, that's one of those things of that movie really tanked it versus this. And I think there were things that could have been changed about that Green Lantern movie that in this vein that would have made it much better as well. Sticking to the source material. Maybe modifying a little bit like Zack has done on his movie. But I really think this is a really good watch. If you have HBO Max, I definitely would watch it, but you're going to have to sit down either with the premise that you're going to take it in parts, which you can, or that you're going to sit down for 4 hours and watch this movie, because it's a really good watch. So, that respect, I think it's great. I think this is a good stepping point for the rest of the DC extended universe in terms of what's going on. I think in terms of the DCEU overall, that there are a lot of great things out there. Just everything I'm seeing on the second season of Stargirl looks good. There are some things that are failing a little bit. The new Batwoman, and you really can't replace a character like they did in Batwoman and not have some kind of an issue. I really think that Ruby Rose did a really good job. I just don't think that that's a good thing. But getting back to what I'm talking about, Justice League has so many components. The story, the way it's broken down, the characterization, for everybody, including the big bads. It makes it much better story and makes more sense because it goes to the source material. I'm a big Jack Kirby fan. Jack Kirby is the king. Fourth World was my thing. So seeing Darkseid in this movie, which he is, and Steppenwolf in a different light, and other characters, and Apocalypse, and everything that's related to it, it makes it, in some ways, a better movie. I hate to say this for the Marvel fans out there, than Infinity War and Endgame, because it deals with the motivations of all the characters and what really matters to the characters. And I think that's what needs to be seen in a movie like this, because there are some people that don't know anything about the Justice League. They know Superman, they know Batman, Wonder Woman, but they don't always know the other characters. So I think in that respect, this is a really good movie. All right, so I'm going to post this